It's
Hey,
the
hey, hey.
finale, and we're here together. Mm, 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 mm. Mm-mm. I'm Nikki.
I'm Tanya.
I'm
That's
AK.
AK. You hesitated, so I wasn't sure. We're back
My
to
bad.
talk about Avatar: The Last Airbender, season 1, episode 8, the finale.
I'm so sad.
Because it's
I am
over.
so
It's
sad, but I am
over.
so satisfied.
I
I
thought it was
really
really
am.
good.
I'm
I
eating
really
French fries
enjoyed
because
it.
Anya can't stop me because we're not recording.
I know. I want to eat them for you. Oh, I should have brought my chocolate tart over here.
Go get it.
Okay, I'm going to go get it.
I mean, right?
Go get
Yeah.
it.
We'll be here
It's
when you
just
get back.
us. We chilling. AK, when did you watch this episode? Because remember, you hadn't watched it yet either, right? You were waiting.
An hour ago. Actually, not an hour ago. More like a half hour ago.
Well, that's
I
amazing.
watched
Your
and
responses
then
are
and then I
fresh.
rewound. Yeah.
Yo, my notes. I mean, Tanya's not here, but it doesn't matter because she hasn't seen the OG Atla.
Mhm.
When I watched it the first time, I hadn't watched the battle, the Siege of the North, since the last time I rewatched the show, so probably
Yeah.
last year. And at first, my notes were like, "Meh, boo, I hate this." And then I watched parts 1 and 2 last night, and then I rewatched the episode, and I was like, "Okay, no, they kind of fucking nailed it." There's a couple
Yeah.
changes that they made that I like, that are appropriate, I thought, but like they fucking nailed
almost beat for beat, and that's been the status quo for the whole series. So
it.
I was
Mhm.
very happy with what they did, especially with the I want to call him Sea Godzilla, but Godzilla be in the ocean, so I just call
That's
him.
what I called
just
him.
call
Was
him the kaiju.
Godzilla.
Yeah.
Godzilla. I here. So real quick before we talk about what was in this episode, I do want to inform Tanya on the things that were different.
Okay.
Mhm.
Right. One of the main things that was different is that this is the episode in the OG series where Ko appears. Ko comes way early, like in the second or the third episode, right?
Yeah.
The face stealer.
Yeah.
And the person who puts him on is Avatar Roku, because he goes into the spirit world. He's like, I need help. And Avatar Roku is like, these are primal spirits you're dealing with. I don't know where they are, but here's somebody who's almost as old as them. So you should go find Ko the face stealer, but you have to make sure that you don't make any facial expressions. Because if you make a facial expression, he'll steal your face. That's how everybody's
there
faces
goes
gets
my
stolen.
face.
You know? It's funny because Aang's like, oh, cute, it's a monkey. And then the baboon turns around and it's got no face. Yeah, it's fucking. The episode is creepy and strange. But it's amazing
Ko's already
because
creepy enough.
Yeah, Ko is creepy enough. So that's one of the changes. And that's how Aang finds out, like, oh, wait a second, I've already met these spirits because I was in the garden. The other major change that I want to talk about, because I think it's really important, is Princess Yue. In the cartoon, Princess Yue doesn't have agency, right? She's engaged to Han. That doesn't break off. She's engaged to him because it's her duty. She's engaged to him. She doesn't really have like much say in anything. That's what she has to do. And Han is a dick. He is not cool peoples. And so when he and Sokka get into it, they get into it. He's not deferring to Sokka in any way. He's like, oh, competition. And Sokka's like, you're the one who Yue is going to marry. And he's like, yeah, perks. I get points with her dad. Like, he's a fucking asshole. You can tell that he's marrying, like if Zhao was marrying up, so I think those are the two biggest, most important changes, because everything else, just as far as character development goes, because everything else is kind of spot on. And I think the only other thing is that it's Iroh who tells Yue, like, oh, weren't you touched by the moon? And she was like, oh shit, maybe I should give up my life.
Yeah.
So yeah. But
which
those
one
are
did
the
you like
biggest
better?
changes.
I think I like the way they did it in the finale here.
I think so too, because I like when a woman has agency, because the whole thing with her dad is that she made the choice. I can't make her do what she wants to do. She's touched by the spirit world. Nobody can tell her anything. We respect her decisions. Not that she's just like a woman being married off for the sake of the tribe.
Right.
So for that, I liked this one better.
This tart is so good.
Samesies. I have
I like
grapes.
can't.
I'm going to go get them.
I like can't concentrate. So good.
That's fine. I'll keep talking. You know, it's funny because and the other thing is that Admiral Zhao, the way he finds out about the moon and the sun spirit is that he was stationed somewhere and there was a secret library. So he just went, he was voraciously reading all the fucking scrolls. And then he found the scroll that gave him the identity of the sun and the ocean and the moon spirit and where they were located. So he knew already that they were fish. He knew.
Okay, I was confused about where he got that scroll.
He says he got it from a library, and they gave it one of the fire sages gave it to him. But in the book, he found it when he was like in a library.
Yeah. I don't like that they gave that to his sister. Sorry.
Whose sister? Katara?
Yeah, no, how the general said that he got the scroll from what's the crazy chick's name?
Azula. He didn't say he got it from Azula. He got it from a fire sage. Because there's a part where they're like in a thing and the fire sage is like, actually, here's some information that's useful to you.
Gotcha. Okay.
I think besides that, the other major change was that in Atla OG, the ocean spirit and the moon spirit, they're all right. They're just mortal. They're the koi fish swimming in the pond, protected by the Northern Water Tribe. And here it was like, oh, it's for one night only. They're coming down to see what life is like. Cute, I guess. But yeah, those are the major things. And now you gotta watch it.
Their awesome little waters and garden was pretty freaking sweet looking.
It was
though.
beautiful.
I would never leave. Like, you can bring all my meals here.
You mean that I don't have to
hammock over there?
I don't have to be bundled up in furs always.
Exactly. Didn't it look so warm and cozy in there? Like, why do y'all live outside of that?
It's like if I was UA and touched by the moon, you better believe everybody be coming there to have my meetings. I'm not going
for
outside.
Everything.
I think my favorite part of the episode was Water Godzilla. Because I love Godzilla. I love Godzilla and I love kaiju in general.
Awesome.
So when I saw Water Godzilla, I was like, first I was like, no, Aang, don't go. Then I was like, Water Godzilla?
Yeah.
Oh, that part changed too. That was the other thing. Is that they're like, oh, everyone's lost. The Avatar is like, whatever. He's never coming back. That didn't happen. That didn't happen. But I wanted to take a screenshot and show what Tanya's reaction was to this, right?
To what?
When I was watching the episode.
To Water Godzilla?
Yeah, well, just to the episode, period. Because I told her she told me she was going to watch it, and I was like, I'm not going to respond, and I forgot to take a screenshot. I don't want to show her business on my thing. But she goes, "Did Momo just die, bitch? What the fuck?" Oh.
I was so stressed when that boulder fell on Momo.
That didn't happen either. But yeah, I like that I have. And then she goes, Godzilla, and that was like the last comment. But like, I was dying because when Momo saved that little kid's life and the rock fell on him, I gasped because I was like, that's not canon.
I was like, wait a second, hold on, little Momo can't take the big rocks. What are you doing here?
A thing that I thought it was setting up was when she took Momo to that rejuvenation bath. I thought that's what she was gonna do with the moon koi.
I kind of thought that too, because that ran through my head, because I knew what was going to happen with her ultimately.
Yeah,
but I was wondering if they were spinning something differently to include Momo.
I felt like, what was the point in the Momo scene then?
Yeah, just to be like, I'm like, oh, I don't think there was either.
The idea for people that have never seen it, maybe.
That these are healing waters, but like, okay, well, if you can do that in waterbending, like, why are you not helping more people? Why? But also, I get, so I thought that part was, I have my waterbending jacket here too. It was a little bit clunky.
She literally was half a spirit, like, I feel like her powers should have been off the chain that night.
They should have been, right? But I understand you need to protect her. One of my favorite things that happens in a later episode is where like they're talking about Hisaka and someone are talking about past relationships, and he is like, blah blah blah. My girlfriend became the moon. Oh, and it's so cute. You're just like, oh, That was adorable.
Yeah, and
but
I liked that she very clearly chose him, and also that she has the agency to do that because
Sokka
her
clearly
dad
has
looked.
the sauce because every
Yep.
island he goes to, he's
He's
collects
the,
a baddie.
Somebody's thirsty. Somebody's
he's
thirsty.
he's Dick 'em down pod of Avatar: Last Airbender.
Dick him down, Sokka.
Hilarious.
Project. Shout
I
out
also
to you.
thought it was funny that he was used to protect Yue because I felt like
Yeah.
they were just kind of getting him out of the way because I felt like Yue was actually protecting him.
Mhm.
Yeah,
He hasn't really shown to be like a great warrior, and he's not a waterbender either.
Yeah, he is definitely not there yet. He can fight. He'll get there, but
He can fight.
we're not in
He
that
can fight.
at
We'll
that
give him
part of
that.
his story yet.
I was
Yeah.
sad to see Han go because I liked Han.
Yeah, that was very sad to see him dead.
New
there.
Han was good. He was a good dude.
Mhm.
He had so much respect for Sokka that he didn't have in OG.
He really did.
So-
So much respect and still so much love for Yue, even though he knew the engagement had been broken by her choice.
Mhm.
So I
Fuck
appreciated
this
him, and I'm
betrothal.
actually glad they tweaked that a little bit.
I was definitely happier with that. I guess back to the episode real quick. My first note is we have a fucking battle. Like, I was so excited to see like actual waterbending, actual waterbending, and just to see this place getting destroyed, and like Aang and water meeting, fire, and Aang swatting fireballs away. And it was so cool because like in the animated, when you're like, oh yeah, battle, but like it reminded me a little bit of Battle of the Bastards. Like it felt like intense like that to me. And that was really, really, really exciting. I wish I could have seen more battle actually. But I know that there will be more battles to come. So,
I couldn't believe
more.
Paku. I
Paku.
couldn't believe Paku was still like, no women. Look, bruh, we're dying here.
A whole half a damn army is just right there. 5 steps away. You don't even got to walk to find them. They're right there. And you want them to go sit down somewhere? What?
Yeah. That whole scene with like Katara's like rousing speech and looking down, I was like, okay, that was a little bit cheeseballs to me, but like
it was a little bit.
I get it. I get it. Like that's fine. Wait,
when he
Tanya,
called her a master.
have you seen Paku?
What do you mean?
Have you Googled what Paku looks like in the in OG?
No.
Do
it right now.
I love watching your reactions to like how they cast it. It's very fun for me.
How do you spell Paku?
I think it's
Paku, I believe.
Oh wow.
Right?
Yeah, they did a really good job. They did really well with casting.
Whoever was in charge of casting, I hope they get a raise.
And like makeup and costuming.
They nailed it. The wigs almost weren't distracting.
No, it was really only Yue's wig that was just out of control. Her wig was offensive.
Yeah. Yeah. Other than that, everything was like moon, like thing for thing. It's so funny because like Zhao's talking, he was like, yeah, it was a scroll, and they were talking about like lion turtles and cosmic balance and stuff. And I was laughing because that's an Easter egg to the show, to OG Outlet. And I don't know, Tanya, what did you think about his plan to like kill the fucking moon?
I was like, this bitch is crazy. He's crazy. So it made me think of Broken Earth too. Because I was like,
that's where my hello little enemy note. He said that, and I was like, I'm gonna kill the moon, and I was like, hello little enemy.
Yeah, I'm like the Earth. Like, what do you mean you're gonna kill the moon? Like, I just
like,
thought that was the wildest thing I ever heard.
Anything.
Right, like it's the moon, bro. Everybody uses the moon.
He said, I'm not a monster. I'm not gonna take out the water spirit. No, that would take all those women and children and those men's lives away of the water tribe.
I'm not genocidal.
I'll just take
kill
the moon. The moon, sir. That has just as maybe even a little bit more relevance than the waters, bro. That's affecting so many things.
I didn't think it was something he could actually accomplish at first. Like I thought he'd lost his mind. Because he just seemed like he's calling himself Zhao the Conqueror, Zhao, the Moon Killer, Moonslayer, like all these things. And I'm like, he's losing it. Like he's been getting more and more unhinged as the episodes went on.
I'm so sorry. I read a note, but please finish your thought.
Yeah, I was just saying I felt like he was getting more and more unhinged. So when he said he was going to kill the moon is when I thought like he has fully lost it. Like I didn't think he was actually going to be able to find and kill the moon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, Koi, fight back.
A little bit.
He
called no, sorry, no, go ahead with your note.
I was gonna say real quick, I was just like, no, Momo, no. And then my follow-up note was like, Tanya's gonna say something about healing Sokka's pet. I'm surprised that hasn't happened.
Well, I did wonder why they were taking the time to go heal this little big-eared monkey. I mean, yeah, he did save a kid.
He's an air lemur.
Because Momo's
air
awesome.
lemur.
That's why.
I mean, Momo's great. I was devastated when I thought Momo was crushed to death.
Yeah, it was like Dobby.
Yeah, but I was like,
but I was,
I know, seeing his little limp body was so sad. But then I was also like, I feel like we can be using these healing waters for something better than a pet.
something. Yeah.
No offense. No offense to pets. No offense to pets. But we are in the middle of a battle.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe get a bucket of that shit.
Zhao called Zuko a traitor after he found he was still alive. But bro, you literally just had your whole little villain speech where you said your king that you're supposed to be following isn't looking at the bigger picture, and you're gonna rise above him. Like you're trying to pull the biggest coup
you can just
ever.
hang out with me.
Yeah, and like you just went from being this guy. Now you think you're going to be Fire Lord and everyone's just going to accept you, including General Iroh, who's powerful and standing right
Azula.
there. Azula, like you thought.
Let's say this had worked out for him and he got back home. You really think Azula was going to share power with you, bro?
She would have taken him out like Megar the Cruel.
Quickly, she wouldn't even have said anything. As soon as he walked in the door, fireball to the face, done. Right. Or hit him with the lightning.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. I cannot wait to see her fuck someone up.
Either way, she would have fried his ass.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, "Oh, you're crazy because you think you're gonna be the new Fire Lord."
I was like, "Yep, he's Delulu." That's what it says in my notes. You know what
is Delulu
about Firebenders and OG Atla is their coordinated attacks. That shit looks so cool because you don't see them like rank and file doing but it's just like boom, 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 and like whole lines of them like shooting shit. Oh, that part is like that makes me so excited every time I see them. Yeah. I hope we get that maybe next season.
When they were with the Earthbenders, especially when the Earthbenders get moving in their groups, just I
cannot wait to go back to Earth Kingdom.
Yeah, that's gonna be a joy to watch. I think.
Oh, and the hot air balloon ship. I was like, oh, Lord, we got
and they were just minor designs, just little things. Sokka was right.
Why didn't they go get a couple of those ladies though and start shooting
the Kyoshi warriors
some ice things up at that at the balloon once they saw it cross over the hot springs?
Ahmad can't join. Let me text him back. Hey Jackie.
Hey Jackie.
Hey Jackie.
Yeah, I don't know. But I was like, oh shit, these people are in trouble. They're just gonna drop fire down on them. They were fucking.
I mean,
up.
so much I do like though that Paku actually did get his head out of his ass, and all hands were on deck, even all the trainees and the kids. If you can,
I was sad to see the trainees
go up to the wall.
Too. It reminded me of when Gren died.
Down.
Yeah.
Oh, Gren! Shout out to Gren.
I
really liked.
That's what it reminded me of.
Man,
he's gonna get a bigger part in my fan fiction when I write it.
The part when Zuko, like the Iroh Zuko scene, is pretty much the same, except Zuko says that you're like a dad to me, and then you go, which is really sweet. But I fucking squealed when Zuko found Katara and Aang, and she was like, "Go, I'll deal with him." And Aang is like, I was like, and then she was, and Aang is like, enough people have been hurt. Go easy. And Zuko's like, I don't care if people are dead. And he was like, I wasn't talking to you. I wasn't talking about you. I rewound that shit like 3 times because the way that he delivered that line was mwah.
Like, bro, he called you a basic bitch without calling you a basic bitch.
But when she told Aang to go, I was like, no, jump him.
Nah.
Like, jump him. What do you mean?
He's got more important things than
there were more important things for him to go do.
It would have been light work with the 2 of them. Jump him.
But she made light work of him. While the moon out.
I mean, until the moon went down. That's the only reason that she ultimately lost the fight.
Yeah.
They should have jumped him.
They should have. Yeah.
Like he could have blown him up in the air while she made an ice spike for him to land on. Boom.
No,
successfully jumped Zuko.
He's got more story ahead of him.
Oh, I know. I love Zuko. I actually do love him. But yeah, they should have. I mean, if I were Aang or Katara, we would have jumped him.
Just everybody knows.
Hashtag team be gay, do crimes.
His team choose violence. Choose violence.
Yeah, I'm
all the time.
Come outside. We're not gonna jump you.
She doesn't even have to wake up to choose violence. It's just violence. Period.
I would be so afraid if Tanya said that to me. Like, come outside. We're not gonna jump you. I'd be like,
we're not gonna jump you.
I'd order DoorDash for like a week.
Oh, why would you do that? How do you know she's not going to hack your phone and she's going to be the deliverer?
Or
jump you like come in with the hat on and then look up and she's like boop with silence. I said I have silencers in my note. Silencers on. I don't know what the fuck that means. But whatever. Yeah, this episode was so fun from start to finish. And
it was.
You know, sometimes you get a finale episode and you're like, damn, that was it. It's over already. Like it was full. I think the pacing was like perfect. They didn't waste time, but like there was not a moment where I was like, why did they do that? Except for like the Momo and the water thing. But like everything else was just like, yo.
I feel like Iroh waited way too long to attack Zhao.
Just way too long. And then he didn't do a follow-up. Iroh. Again, I was glad to see him bend a little bit here, but he could have done so much more in just those few seconds. I don't get why he didn't just completely take Zhao out.
I think he was really afraid of what he might do. But we learned that Zhao was a coward. But in OG Atla, the reference, in that moment, you see Iroh being a fucking badass. He gets surrounded by like 5 firebenders and he's like, boo, 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 and knocks them all out and then runs after Zhao and Zhao just like runs away. That shit.
Because Zhao knows not to fight him.
Hey, Sasa.
Hey, Sasa. Zhao knows not to mess around. He knows when to leave. Exit stage left.
Yeah. He's a coward, but you know, I don't know if he's a coward or has a strong sense of self-preservation.
He stabbed the shit out of that fish.
Seriously, like how hateful of a person are you, dude? Like you already have the upper hand, obviously, because this little animal is not going to be able to fight you back. Where's all that vitriol coming from? Like, what's wrong with you?
And just like to not have the foresight to be like, how? Like the thing to me is like, if you, sure, he got promoted because of Azula and was given the resources in order to like track down Aang and like to pull the rug out from under Zuko. I get that, but like. What is the education system like in the Fire Nation? Do they not know you need the moon? Like, how is Iroh the only person who knows this?
It made no sense.
Like
to
the
me
moon
at
is
all.
not just there to give waterbenders power. Like it has other purposes.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's so kind of the flaw. I think that's kind of the flaw that I saw in OG Atla, Zhao. But OG Atla, when you watch that, Tanya, like. He's got no redeeming qualities. He is just a villain. And I
didn't think this Zhao
he doesn't have any here either.
Yeah. He's like, oh no, genocide. Like, but yeah, and he's just like, no, I want to do it because I just want to kill the moon and I want to end waterbending and whatever. But it's just like, aren't you on a boat right now?
Bruh.
Like
how do you expect you and your whole fleet to even get home safely?
You know, like say the moon, you kill the moon and then the tide goes out and then you're just stuck in the Northern Water Tribe when like.
No, and then you just die because that spirit is going to be vengeful until all of y'all are gone.
But you know what? Now that you're mentioning that, what distance do they need to waterbend? Because why weren't they just sinking ships?
I don't think that any of them are powerful enough. Paku was the only master there, and you could see what he was doing until like the moon went out, right? None of them, nobody. It's like it's just Paku and Katara.
So they can't link powers like the
no, like the Aes
like
Sedai.
The Aes
Sedai.
That would be cool. Yeah, the closest like we get to that is just like there's synchronized fight movements, but again, they all have to be specially trained to do those moves.
Yeah. That's the thing, and something that I enjoyed that they kept like this, and like when they take out that first ship, right? Like I appreciate that it was a coordinated effort between Aang, Sokka, and Katara, because Aang takes him out on his own, and he comes back, he's like, "Whew, I'm doing what I can." He's like, "I already took out 12 ships though," and like I can't do this alone. And like, well, how many are there? And then it's like that same line. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, when he was like, all right, one down, I was like, oh my God, there's about to be 1,000 ships, isn't there?
So how did you think
10,000 ships?
10,000 ships. There's the Thrones reference. Well, another Thrones reference.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've been having issues with StreamYard all week.
Your face is frozen.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Jackie, that's so true. Yeah, they'd have to exactly if they could link powers like that. It's just all like
right, I'm gonna refresh. I'll be right back.
Okay.
She looks like she's doing like those poses like slightly mouth open like like one of those.
Yeah, like every time I see her screen freezes, she's like always lucky enough to not be frozen on a weird
right.
face.
It's not like her eyes are closed or
every
she's
single time.
It's like every picture I have that it's like I'm blinking. That's why I have to take selfies. But yeah, I love this episode, AK.
It really was. It really
I hated it a little bit the first time around, but like I said, I went and I checked my references and I was like, okay, I get it. The only what I had a problem with? Oh, go ahead. Because I'll wait for Tanya.
I was gonna say I planned on multitasking while I was watching, but it had my attention the whole time.
Yeah,
I couldn't focus enough on anything.
Riveting. Riveting. Something that I didn't enjoy. No, she doesn't. We were just talking about how when your screen freezes, Tanya, it's always on like a very flattering pose.
Every time.
It always
every
freezes
single
me
time.
Every time. You're just like, yeah.
Miss Menace must like you. She doesn't like anybody else.
Right? One of the things that I was kind of upset about, like when we go to, Avatar mode, Avatar state Godzilla, water kaiju, is that I get that we're making him Godzilla. I get that we're making him like, because in the other one, it's like he was more like the koi fish made large. But what I didn't enjoy, like I like the destruction, don't get me wrong, but it had no finesse.
It had no finesse.
Yeah, it was like, very plain. Like, why didn't you whip up a whole like typhoon and just knock them all out in one shot? That would have been impressive.
Or just keep it true to like canon, because the way that he destroyed the things, like one of my favorite moments in both the animated series and in this one is like where Aang gets in the water and he goes in the Avatar state and then he just like sinks in the water. That shit goes so fucking hard. I like, it makes me so excited every time I see it, and I've seen it 100 times. But like I was just like, what is up with the fucking finesse? I like wanted him to be like a monster, but I didn't want him like. I know that they were trying to say that this is wrath and the rage has overtaken him and he's not thinking straight, but like he's still
Isn't that when you're supposed to toss out like your hardest hits though?
Yeah, because look at how
he was very slow, but then again, he is. I know he let the spirit take over, so it technically wasn't him fully in the driver's seat.
Okay,
but
fair.
he's a kid, so he doesn't have that much experience in it. So they may have possibly been taking that into account, but that's a reach. Like, we'd never have any way to prove that.
I thought of Aang more like a battery in that situation.
Yeah,
I didn't really feel like he was in control. I just felt like he was the power source.
Yeah. So then looking at it that way, a fish wouldn't know how to move. Like,
but he's not a fish,
humanoid.
He's a god. And now he's Godzilla. Why are you lumbering? Be spry, Godzilla.
Be spry.
You're a god. Give me whatever you want.
Yeah.
Be a whale.
And you're a god that's highly pissed off because your boo just got killed.
Right. Splash some
What
water,
is all
bro.
this slow moving and just backhands and stuff? I agree. I expected a little bit more from.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Kaiju.
still enjoy. Cool. I still liked it though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he looked
I
cool,
like
but
Water Godzilla.
I think he could have done more.
Yeah, me too. I wanted to see more power. And my note in here was like, Tanya will love this.
I love Godzilla.
Yeah. And the other thing that I understand, they moved Katara's speech because that's the speech that she gives about, "Aang, we're your family and we love you." And da da da.
I was like, how does he hear her?
Yeah, because he's an avatar, I guess.
Yeah.
But that was in like one of the first episode or the second episode. But I understand, like, they didn't know each other that well then. So moving that speech to this part makes sense. But I'm glad we still got it. But I was just like, "Aw, but you know what I did like? Remember last time we were talking? Yeah, that's what. He's lost. Avatar's lost.
There is no Aang.
Like,
Yeah.
And I was just like, God damn it. So hold on. Oh, when we were talking last time.
There were some flipping. You're right.
Yeah. When we talked about how we wished Katara was more fiery, and she had moments in this one where I was like, okay, this is like true Katara. But like I wanted more like oomph when she was delivering that speech. I wanted her to like,
because it did come off very like pleading little girl.
Yeah, not like like
yeah.
It's just
she's not episode 1 Katara anymore. So and
Yeah.
she's grown up quite a lot within that time. So I mean, and she already had her own little team calling her master at this point. So
I mean,
you got to roll with the punches.
If it was me, my head would have been like, all right, bitch, let's like I'm a master. I'm in charge now. Like I got people, like, try and stop me. And I would have had a lot more fire because like I'm glad. But I am glad that we did get that speech after all, because I kind of missed it. Yeah. Ugh. Oh, that's the speech is in the wrong place. And then my next note is go off, Zuko. Because I love that he called Zhao out. I'm glad that they fucking ran into each other. And I'm glad that
I was hoping they alive. Yeah, he looked so surprised. Like, what did you expect?
I forgot that. I actually forgot that Zhao thought he was dead.
Yeah. Everybody does count Zuko out a lot, and I got beef with him too. However, when he sets his mind on something, he goes after it, and he goes hard. He's not some little weak kid.
Zuko's
I love watching him fight. Zuko is complicated. My note here says "freak a leak" because I heard in Petey Pablo's voice, he was going like, "How do you want it?" Like when he's fighting Zhao, right? Like that part was like, "How do you want it?" Da, 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 da. And he's like, "You want to do hand-to-hand combat? Bet, got you. You want to fight with fire? Bet, got you. Like you're not gonna defeat me. I am."
And he was besting him on every hit.
All around. I love that we got.
But then he turned his back on him. I'm like, why would you turn your back on Zhao, who already tried to kill you? That was, and then he got
like twice.
And they fought earlier in Ojiala. They fought earlier, and he turned his back on Zhao, and then Iroh saved him. He was like, "You would attack him when his back is turned? Like you're a fucking pussy."
He understood the assignment.
The man has style.
And also he was good. This was his own personal solo Black Ops mission, so he had to blend in.
What was I about to say? Yeah, Zuko is so complicated to me because I want him to succeed, and then I remember what it is that he has to do to succeed. And I'm like, wait, no, I don't want him to do. I'm like, wait, I don't want him to do that.
He kind of reminds me of like maybe a bit more villainous, reckless Redford. Is that his name? Redford? Yeah.
Cool.
From the Civil War zombie book.
Oh, Justina Ireland, Dread Nation.
Yes. No. Well, book 2, I think, is what
the second one. The Deathless Divide.
Deathless Divide. Yes.
Yeah. Redford.
Because there's so many notes that I don't like about both of them, but I got respect for it.
Yeah.
And I can see where their head is and why it's like that. So
yeah,
that was my reference.
Yeah. I think that's
I love when we do callbacks to stuff we already talked about.
Me
So
too.
go look at our Wine on an Empty Stomach playlist where we talk about Dread Nation and the Deathless Divide.
Justina Ireland.
Did you guys do Deathless Divide?
No.
No.
Did
we? Should though. No. We didn't.
No,
we just
didn't.
We did Dread Nation. It was before, like up until then, we were only doing the first book in series, and then we broke the rule with N.K. Jemisin because
we had Broken Earth.
There are no rules for N.K. Jemisin. No,
you have to.
We're always all in.
Yeah, and I mean, and we did like all right for the world we make in the city. The
city we became, and then the world
we became. Then the
world.
Yeah,
we did both those two. Yeah, so
they were just too good. Not that Deathless Divide wasn't good.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe we should do. We should do Letters from Home too.
We should. Yeah, we can do Deathless Divide and Letters from Home at the same time. Yeah.
I would like to give another shout out to Our Lady N.K. Jemisin. I had mentioned the Green Lantern comic that she wrote, and I just found it last night. What is it called? Sector, I want to say. Yeah.
Excuse me.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. This man, I just like. Okay, so we know that what happens when you kill the moon, Tanya. So, or when he was like snatched up the moon and that guy just went red.
I thought the moon was gonna do something badass in that moment. I was like, "Oh, you done pissed this bitch off now," and then it just died, and I was like, "Wait, what?" I was like, "Oh, he's gonna get it! He's gonna get it!" The moon turned red, and it was just angry.
It was just,
and it was a special moon that night too.
Yeah, the ice moon.
The ice moon. Which I wrote down immediately after.
I don't know how a
talked
koi
about it and explained what it was.
Why'd they have to be koi? Why couldn't they be sharks?
I mean, that's why we eat fish, right? They're defenseless. Scoop.
That's how I feel about chickens. I'm like, is this their hell?
Fish probably think we're aliens abducting them all the time.
I think that chickens are in hell.
Yeah.
Like they're dinosaurs that went to hell. And this is their hell. Because they're delicious. They're stupid. They can't really fly. They also make delicious eggs. Like it's like everything is set up for them to fail.
Mm-hmm. And people use every part of them. They use the feathers. They use the feet.
Yep.
People use the beaks for stuff. I don't know. They put them on arrow tips. I don't know what they use chicken feet.
My grandma made soup with the head, with the whole head. So.
Yeah. Like you can buy chicken feet at the store. Me and Tanya were talking about this the other day and why they're so expensive.
The price went up.
The price went up for what?
Chicken feet.
Oh, ew. I've never been a fan of chicken feet.
I use them to make stock. I used to actually.
Making stock, because
I make not just stock. I use them for soup too. I don't usually eat the feet, but I do make them for soup. And when Nikki, when James first went off solids, I made him like a collagen broth with chicken feet. It was so hard not to put pepper in it. So hard. I was like, it needs pepper.
Man. By the way, shout out to your shirt. I love that.
Josie and the Pussycats.
Yeah.
Can we do a 30 Tuesday about Josie and the Pussycats?
I haven't watched in a long time.
Added it to the list.
Add it to the list because I love that movie and it got no love because I don't think people realize you're not supposed to take it seriously. Yeah, like I actually saw somebody complain that it had too much product placement, and I was like,
"That was the point." Yep. R/whoosh.
I don't know if I saw it.
Come over and watch it.
Yeah,
didn't do that. It's campy fun.
It's really fun.
I like campy fun.
Babyface did the soundtrack.
Ooh, sold.
It's really good.
Forgot about that. Yeah,
and he's in it. He has a cameo.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So, I'm looking at my notes. Yeah, that's fucking awesome. Enemy soccer's gonna say something. Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking forward to watching this episode again. Like I feel about this season the way that I feel about the original, which I'm really excited and I didn't really anticipate. It's what I'd hoped for. I'd hoped that like when it was over, I would want to watch it again. And I do want to watch it again.
You guys have made me want to watch the terrible movie.
I feel like I need to watch it.
Like I believe that it's bad. I believe that it's bad, but I feel like I need to see how bad it is.
I mean, don't say we didn't warn you.
It's like when somebody's like, "Ew, this is nasty. Taste it."
Yeah. That's like when me and my
This
friend's
is
daughter
the
got
stink,
Bert's
smell it.
many flavored beans, and we like did a
oh
blind
my
test.
God.
And she got vomit. I got
Bro,
vomit, and she got something else. It was
I didn't
terrible.
get vomit, but I got
Oh,
sardines,
vomit
and
is-
I almost had to get up out of my movie seat because it made me want to vomit.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
I don't know why we
I'll
took a
send
chance
you-
getting that.
I have a video, AK. I'll send it to you of me trying. I think she got boogers or something, and we were just like,
Ugh.
we put it in our mouth, and we're just like, and then we were just like, okay. And then we looked at the color afterwards because you're like, you can't keep it in your mouth. It tastes literally like vomit.
Yeah,
It's
you
disgusting.
cannot. It's ugh.
I was just
Why
like,
does that
"Bleh."
exist?
I was like,
Nope.
I never tried them because I saw that they had flavors like that. I was like, why would I put that in my mouth?
Yeah, like I mean, like they make regular ones that they call that, but no, if you're going for the actual true experience,
yeah, when
you'll
you go to
get
Potter World,
the
they
real
sell them there.
ones. Yeah,
You have to like wash it down with butterbeer. So if you go and do that, beans
haven't had
first,
butterbeer
butterbeer
either.
after.
that
so
is
good.
like number one on my
Does
list.
it taste like
once I make it to
butterscotch?
Harry
Because that's
Potter
what I
Land.
imagine.
It's
Yeah.
butterscotchy.
Mhm.
It's delicious.
It's
It
made
is really
with
sweet.
butterscotch, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, it's
Um,
super sweet.
It is super sweet. When you get it from the Harry Potter place, it has this like nice foam
Three
on it. That's
broomsticks.
really so good.
I haven't been to Universal Studios in probably over.
I've never been.
Really? Well, there's a whole lot more stuff there now than when I went. I think
That's in is that in Cali or is that in Florida?
Orlando.
Orlando.
I've been to both.
I want to go to Super Mario World.
Ooh.
Yes.
Hey, that'd be really cool. Let's see. So I guess we're rounding out near the end of the episode. Tanya, what did you think about about Sozin and Azula?
Wait, who was Sozin?
Sorry, not Sozin. Ozai. Sozin is a
Ozai.
comet, referring to the comet. But
Oh.
Ozai and Azula.
Wait, what about that?
With the distraction play that they pulled?
The distraction
Oh.
play, right?
I was like, it's the earth bending distraction all over again. He's read the history book.
Yeah. I forgot Boomy was gonna be catching that L.
And it's like, damn, you set Zhao up the way you set up the 41st. Like he truly does not care. And it's like, wow, Zhao,
and
no,
Zhao
you really are
doesn't
just
even
some
notice.
guy. Yeah, like you're really just some guy. You're not Zhao the Conqueror. You're writing your memoir and
everything that you said to Zuko is you, bro.
Exactly. You took the words out of my mouth.
Yes.
Literally every word that you fucking said. Like
I kind of hope he's still alive so he can.
Zhao?
I mean, his body
No,
was
I think
on
he's dead.
fire.
His body was on fire.
At one point, I was thinking to
Yeah.
myself, like, I might actually scream if he makes it to season 2.
Yeah,
This was obviously before he died, but I was like, I will scream if he makes it to season 2.
I like that Zuko got to kill him here because in OG,
no, Zuko didn't kill him.
Oh, so was it Iroh?
Iroh killed him. Zuko blasted the wall, and it looked like he killed him.
And then Iroh.
And then he turned his back, and then Iroh killed him.
Yeah. Got it.
Because I remember, because that's when I was like, when I saw that Zuko didn't kill him, I was like, if this motherfucker makes it to season 2, I'm gonna scream. And then Iroh killed him, and I was like, okay, good.
So in OG, what happens is that Aang gets out of Avatar state, the moon and the sun, the spirit, blah blah blah, or moon and the ocean spirit, and Zhao and Zuko are kind of fighting, and then all of a sudden, this like hand claw, like this water claw, like reaches out of the water and it grabs Zhao because this ocean spirit's fucking pissed, right? And Zuko like. It's got a Zhao like this, and he's like locked in its clutches. And Zuko's like, "Hair, take my hand." And Zhao looks at him, and he goes, and the water spirit drowns him.
What a cunt!
I was like
your hatred is that strong. The kid could have helped you,
dude. I mean, he deserved it. I mean, no matter how he gets taken out, he fucking deserves it. So,
facts.
Yeah, fuck that guy. Let's jump
in. That guy. I guess we haven't talked about Yue. Tanya, what'd you feel about Yue and her stuff?
Yue.
I was like, damn, this sucks. This isn't fair. Like, I was like, why can't she take him to the healing pool that she went to before? That's all I kept thinking was like, I mean, you healed that monkey lemur flying.
He wasn't dead. He wasn't
monkey
dead,
bat.
Yeah, that's true. He
Momo
wasn't dead.
dead.
He wasn't
Momo
dead.
wasn't dead. Yeah.
He was, okay. He was just severely.
He was barely
wounded.
alive.
He was barely alive.
Oh, okay.
He was not most sincerely dead. He was just mostly dead. What's it?
Mostly dead. The Princess Bride.
Dead?
Yeah.
Too bad. We
No
should.
way.
Why have we not done the Princess Bride?
Why have we not done that yet?
Put it
on the list, please, and put an asterisk next to my name, please. I would love to talk about that.
Gotcha.
We have to. Oh, I told Heidi from Costume Co that she should do a 30 Tuesday with us. I don't know what we'll do yet.
She could literally.
We should definitely do something that has good costumes, though.
Something with
costuming. I feel like it'd be a waste of a resource if we didn't.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
What was the name of the movie that you were talking about with Jasmine Guy last time? Because I wanted to make sure I put your name there.
Jasmine Guy and
I love dumplings.
Giancarlo.
Something?
Clash, yeah, Klash.
Okay. Clash. AK.
Shout out to Nikki keeping this ship running.
Facts.
Because I forget every single thing we say we're gonna do.
Oh, I do too. That's why
Nikki
it goes in one ear.
Planner.
It goes in one ear and out the other.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are reasons I'm like that. Yeah, I mean, I like making plans because I like to see things through that I'm enjoying doing, and like this shit is just so much fun. Like I can't express enough how happy I am that Tanya got on board the Avatar train. Like Tanya is on fucking on Appa. She's like yip, and she was like, I was like, fuck it, let's go. So yeah.
So you're gonna watch the animated version when?
So
ma'am?
I think that I want to let this one play out first because I don't want to know what's gonna happen. I've enjoyed watching
season 1.
Yeah.
You can just watch season 1. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's actually why me and Meeks aren't covering it now because she's just now watching the animated version. So we're gonna wait until she's done.
Maybe. Oh shit.
No. She's talking about she's gonna eventually crochet that Appa.
I thought you meant the show isn't coming. I was like, oh shit, that's a long wait.
It is a long wait. Maybe Winds of Winter will be out by then.
Is it? No, it won't.
By the when Winds of Winter is out, like my son's gonna be my youngest son is gonna be reading it to me while I'm in hospice care. I'm gonna be like, I held on. I'm
the way George is going.
I've held on as long as I can. And he's gonna be like, Mom, I'm 70.
And George, we love you. Like, really, no shade. We're just eager. We're not gonna like bash.
No,
you.
I'm not gonna like harass him, but I do want.
We're not gonna harass you, but
I do want Brandon Sanderson to share his Adderall with him because
bruh. Because while I
Secret Project number 5,
come on, bro. Right.
It's like every time he's like, I'm gonna take some time off. He's like, oh, I accidentally wrote another book.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Like his wife, I mean, she works with him too, but it's just like, I mean, I guess if I was his wife, I'd be like, how much time do you need by yourself? Okay, you know what? Here, I brought all the things that you like for your writing sessions. I'll see you later. And this be like, watch that bank account grow. By all accounts, she seems to be pretty much a pretty badass person too.
I don't know anything about her.
So yeah, she's like running.
The only thing I know about her is that she loves Arya and she threatened divorce if George kills her.
Well, she's also the reason that.
Oh, you're talking about George's wife or Brandon Sanderson's wife?
Brandon Sanderson?
Oh, I was talking about George. Sorry.
Oh, George. Brandon Sanderson's wife also. He wrote. She's the one who he wrote Trust for her because she liked the Princess Bride, and it was basically, well, what if we told the Princess Bride except she wasn't like useless.
She was like, hold on. Really... Other people need to read this. Yeah. And then, $50 million later, here we are.
Like, y'all got to go check out his campaign. Because watching that money grow in real time.
It was crazy. And that is why you should always listen to your wife.
Indeed.
They know what they're talking about.
Just saying.
Look at Jackie's comment.
He'll be a robot by then.
He'll be Bender.
No, I was gonna say he'll be what's his name in the Winter Soldier when his consciousness is in the computer. No, the German scientist. The Hydra scientist.
Oh, right.
Crap. Right. What is his name?
I can't think of his name now.
Well, in any case, you know who I'm talking about.
Marvel reference.
Yeah, man. I just do you have any predictions for next season, Tanya? Or if you have predictions, what would you like to see?
I want to see Aang do some other bending, really badly. I was really hoping for it this season to at least see some.
Yeah.
So yeah, I desperately want to see that. I want to see more of Omashu. I want to see the Earthbender some more.
There's a whole cool subplot with them.
I want to I want to see Azula be her full self.
She
rain down terror. I want terrifying Azula.
Let me tell you a story about terrifying Azula, because we talked about how we wish that she'd gone on the journey to recruit Ty Lee and May. They were old friends, but Azula basically, she's like, I need a squad to go hunt down the Avatar, right? She goes to where Ty Lee is. Ty Lee, I'm not going to tell you anything about her fighting style, but I won't tell you anything about fighting style. But she was at a circus. She was an acrobat. She was at a circus. And as she sees Azula, and Azula's like, oh, she's like, do you want to come and join me? I've got this special mission. And old times. And she's like, actually, no, I ran away because I really want to do this. And Azula's like, okay, okay, nice seeing you. That night, Azula is at her fucking performance and she's doing tightrope shit. And because she's Princess Azula, she goes over to the thing. She's like, you know what? Wouldn't this be she's basically talking about the skills, there's how skilled they are. And she's like, well, if they're really that skilled, we should just make this more challenging. Let's take the net out of here. Get rid of the net. And then she's like, let's set this thing on fire. And Ty Lee was like, okay. At the end, she's like, yeah, all this bad shit happened. I guess I'll just come with you, not knowing that casual, kind of knowing, but not really knowing that Azula was the cause of this.
Wow.
And that's how evil Azula is. That shit is crazy. Azula
and that's unhinged. How you get people to join your book club.
Azula. That reminded me. I was telling Nikki, I think it was earlier this week, that I'd rewatched our Drink and Drag, and the nickname you gave us, I want to put on a t-shirt.
I completely forgot about the Drink and Drag.
What was the nickname again?
Was the nickname?
Team Be Gay Do Crime.
Yes. I'm gonna have to watch that again. We were having so much fun that day.
Wait, who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't come up with that.
Wait, who came up with it? Nikki?
You, ma'am.
Me? Yes. I mean, I love it.
I mean, you know what? To be completely fair, we were hammered because we both had wine on an empty stomach that day.
Yeah.
And then we decided we were having so much fun.
Stuff, honestly,
and then we were just like, oh,
And then we cussed out Dumbledore for 3/4 of the stream.
After a certain point, I don't even keep track of what I'm saying anymore, but I absolutely can see myself saying be gay, do crime.
I love it.
It's the future I want for everyone.
The world will be a better place. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to drag Joanne here, but we'll save that for another time.
That would we can't do a drink and drag for her because it'll get us banned on YouTube.
That's true.
Because the things I'll say will J.K. Rowling.
Oh, that one.
I don't even want to summon that demon.
Fair enough. Just I
would definitely get a terroristic threat charge if I went in on her.
Oh man. Yeah, whatever. Fuck her. Yeah. I'm so excited. AK, what are you looking forward to seeing next season? Is that your Tullamore Dew?
No, I'm not drinking Tullamore Dew. I'm drinking wine, the Goro Verde that I like.
I'm looking forward to the earthbending, because that's where I was kind of hoping that they would actually stay a little bit at the Water Tribe, because Aang still hasn't learned waterbending, really. Yeah. So I don't know. I guess maybe we'll see how that journey goes along the way. I mean, Katara's doing pretty cool, so
she's doing cool and
give those lessons.
And as a reminder of OG Atla, that she does when she leaves, Paku's like, well, he already has a master. So So that is accurate in both.
I mean, I feel like if she could have learned all that from a book, he should be able to learn all that from a book too.
You would think, but
because like you're the avatar.
Yeah, he should. And he's giving her pointers. So, maybe she just needs to show him the stances and but we'll see that. What else are you looking forward to, AK?
What is the name of that specialty group that's with the Earthbenders?
Oh, the is it the Dai Li?
I think it's them. Yeah. I want them.
Yeah, the Dai Li.
Because the whole there's a whole side quest that deals specifically with them and interactions with Aang and the group. And I'm looking forward to seeing how they're going to build that up. Yeah,
like
the Gestapo
of the Earth Kingdom. Yeah, I guess they kind of are like the Gestapo.
And since Boomy's in custody now, we probably
you say secret police, I get chills. Like, oh no.
Yeah, it's kind of, I mean, they would give you chills. Are fucking creepy, and they just show up and they're just like, they're Big Brother and the Gestapo in one, and they can end Earthbend. I love the book. Yeah, I mean, I love the show, but I love the book.
I have not watched the show. I started the book, but I made the mistake of starting it via audiobook. And
no, don't do it. Read it.
Starting what via audiobook?
Howl's Moving Castle.
And I couldn't focus. And actually, I remember the night that I started it because, Nikki, I was leaving your apartment and I was driving, and 4 different times somebody blew a stop sign or a red light and almost hit my car. And I was like, I couldn't listen to the book because I'm like, everyone in Brooklyn is driving like a maniac tonight. 4 times. I wasn't even out of Brooklyn yet.
Yeah.
And I almost got T-boned 4 times.
Damn.
So yeah, I couldn't focus on it, and I ended up I had it from the library and I had to send it back.
That's what she just said.
Yes.
Yeah, you should
support your local library.
Yes, absolutely. That's where I read mine. I really like the anime, but the book was amazing. That whole series, because she's got three books in that world. Like the first one is Howl's Moving Castle. The second one is something about a castle in the clouds or something, and the third one is the House of Many Ways. And that one actually might be my favorite of the series, because they all take place. Like Howl comes back. What's the girl's name?
Put that on my list.
I want to call her Susie, but that's not her name. The fucking Howl's girl. She comes back, and it's that trilogy. They're like, you don't need to read all of them to understand what's going. Sophie, thank you, Sasa. You don't need to read them all, but there are connections to it. So you can read them independently, but yeah, absolutely. Like Howl's Moving Castle, that book is amazing. You get to see a lot more of Sophie's personality in it, and just the progression of that story. I love everything about it. It's very magical. So shout out to Diana Wynne Jones. We should do one of those.
Can I post my library fundraiser link in the comments?
Yes, of course.
I still have that. I never reached my goal of $1,000.
Yeah, let's do that.
Because they keep cutting funding for the library, and I'm a library kid through and through, and they need help. So
yeah.
I do a monthly donation, and it's only $5, but I had, and you can decide if you want it to go to a specific branch or if you want it to go to the library in general. I have mine sent to the Harlem branch, and it's every little bit counts. So I made a fundraiser, and I want people to donate to the library. Support your local libraries, guys. Libraries are so important.
Very.
And get a library card. Even if you don't think you're gonna check books out, just get a library card, because it makes the numbers look good, and they get the support they need if people are getting cards.
Free.
And it's free, and they give you so much stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
and you get all those bonuses like Culture Pass and
Culture Pass, classes, Tech Connect. Like there's so much stuff. So anyway,
sorry, I'm just adding that to our thing.
That's my speech about supporting the library.
But you're absolutely right.
I'm very passionate about the library.
Library is amazing. Like I was a library kid too. I used to check out records and books. My parents used to take
Culture
us
Pass?
get like a stack. Culture Pass.
So okay, you want to tell her?
Yeah. So Culture Pass basically gives you free access to different events. You have to reserve it. And you get like one a year, but you can go to like the botanical gardens, or you could go to the Met and like museums and stuff. And it's so fucking cool.
Nice.
You just have to reserve your spot. Like you can't just walk in. You have to make a reservation. But like, okay.
And you get one for each place per year, not one Culture Pass per year.
Oh wow!
So you get one for like each place. I think
I need to use one more.
Oh no, it's on my other computer. Because I have the tab open, but it's on my other computer because I was gonna go to the Met with Cine. Culture Pass is great, and the programs that they have are great. You can get they even have a streaming service called Projector, like Project R, and it's like all indie films. And again, you get it. You just put your library card number in, and you have access to all these indie movies.
Yeah.
So
can you highlight Sessa's comment real quick?
This one.
Yeah, it's just like every public library. We 100% support them.
I have cards for both Brooklyn and New York.
Me too. We got to go up to the Bronx and get cards. Should go.
Well, the Bronx and Manhattan are together.
They're the same. I wonder if then we should go to
Staten
Staten
So you get one for Queens and Staten Island. Hold on, I'm gonna find the link for Projector.
Yeah, so very cool. I love libraries. I love Avatar. I love you guys. I think that podcasting about this, I'm glad that we squeezed it in as fast as we did, because we usually like to do shows as they're going on, but they dropped. I mean, AK knows. Like, I got home that night and I was like, where is it? Where is it? It's after midnight.
Mind you, I think we said that we have to go to sleep 5 times over the past hour and a half.
Yeah, I was just like, oh my god, where is it? I was like, fuck it, I'm going to bed. And the next day I woke up and they had dropped the entire season, and I was overwhelmed.
Literally
I canceled
10 minutes.
I canceled my
after
plans.
I remember you telling me.
Yeah, I had like a rendezvous, and I was like, nope, I am not going anywhere.
With the plushie Appa.
I sat on my couch and I hugged Appa, and I went the whole time. Oh, Staten Island is New York Public. Okay, well that saves us a trip across the fucking river,
the sea. So we just need to go get Queens.
Yeah,
I haven't been to Queens in ages.
I'm in Queens.
I don't think I've been to Queens.
I don't know why, but
since last summer.
I live on the border.
That made me want to watch Coming to America.
Oh, that was a good 30 Tuesday.
That was a real good 30 Tuesday.
It was.
Like I almost want to do it again, but that wouldn't make any sense. Drew was so fun. He's so obsessed with it.
Yeah.
That movie never gets old.
Oh yeah, that's how I did my Brooklyn one, was digital.
That's how I did my New York one. Okay, yeah. So I just want to have them all. Gotta catch them all.
Gotta catch them all.
Yeah.
BPS. I love that we're all just walking libraries of memes and references.
Me too.
I know.
We got to do something where we can have the right set on, like just have everybody on here.
I have been formulating something in my brain for like the past month.
Oh, good. I would love to.
We gotta wait till everyone's in the same relatives to actually. I mean, we do have a thing coming up where most of us are going to be together.
Ooh, yeah.
And it'll be late, but I don't write.
It'll be late enough. So?
Like, I'm really bad at writing.
So? Just come. You are welcome.
I meant join your extra bed. I can't.
So yeah.
There's more. Actually, yeah, I was going to say there's an extra bed.
I'm going to retreat. My children are too small.
Oh, true. I mean, it's only like 3 days. But yeah, no, join the group, Tanya. You don't have to like. You could just be like. You could just. You know what you could do? You could join it. You could give us a prompt.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
I was about to say you're kind of already a guest associate anyways.
Yeah.
Because you did voiceovers for our video project.
Yeah, and I mention you like once a day.
To drag me.
No, actually, I remember one of the last.
Just like this,
not the last time, but the first time she just was. I forget what we were talking about, but she put your name up against like 30 different things that you call yourself or that she has called you at some point in time, and my response was putting Bobby B's picture up there. Titles.
I'm applying for my Queen's card right now.
That. I don't think I've called him King Robert for probably past like season 1. It's just Bobby B.
Fantastic.
What should my home library be?
Manhattan.
No, for the Queen's card. I'm gonna say Astoria.
Oh,
I'm close to Astoria.
Yeah. I'm currently in Astoria.
Are you guys Goonies fans?
Are we what?
Goonies fans?
Not really. I
liked the movie. I watched it. The creepy guy kind of scared me when I was little, but I was a big fan of the Nintendo game. That was a hard game. There was a Goonies Nintendo game. That was like one of the 5 games that we had. And Goonies Nintendo. I bet I could find that for my Switch. Oh, look for Goonies.
This is cool.
Ooh.
They do garden events at the Harlem branch too. I took Ellington to
that would be fun.
Go grow stuff once.
Is that where you guys got your bean plants? Or was that from school?
No, the bean plant, the bean plant was from a school field trip.
Got it. Okay.
He got a different plant from.
Excuse me.
We bought plants today too, so wish us luck. We had a date today. It was nice.
Aww.
We went to the library, of course, and checked out books, and then we went and got milkshakes, and then we went to the Urban Garden Center and got some plants, and then we went to a little French bakery and got croissants and that chocolate tart that I just ate.
So disgustingly cute.
That's amazing.
That's the homie. He's my original handbag.
Like when Tanya, I mean, obviously, I'm gonna say Tanya took him everywhere. Like, not that she had a choice, but
no, I really took him everywhere.
You know,
like dive bar. I brought my baby.
She came to dive bars.
Ellington author signing. Brought my baby.
I remember those pictures are so cute with us. Like Ellington had German food before he was a year old because we went to a German restaurant and he was there.
Yeah.
And
that's awesome.
I'm bringing my baby. Like it was just a thing. Like if you invite me, like please know that I'm wearing an infant.
The baby's gonna be there too. Strapped to the hip.
I have a great picture of me drinking a beer in a dive bar while also feeding him a bottle, and it's like one of my favorite pictures.
That's awesome.
That reminds me of one of my favorite pictures of Garvey was when we went to one of my favorite Irish dive bars in Midtown, and Garvey was like sitting in the chair and he had he had the sleeves rolled up with the button down. It's like business casual Garvey.
When he's making that funny face, he's like, I love it.
Oh, my tiny Lord of Chaos.
Wait, Jackie, do we need to have a 30 Tuesdays about that?
Wait, what?
What's happening?
Highlight Jackie C's last comment.
So what I hear you saying is you could do if you you could use some friend therapy about these things.
We got you.
Nikki did want to do like a mom 30 Tuesday, so me and like her sister can just rant.
I want to be the moderator.
Body horror.
But like,
I'll read my essay. Pregnancy is body horror. In this essay, I will.
And Jackie will be like, exactly. I had heartburn the entire time I was pregnant. It was so painful.
When I was pregnant with Ellington, the only time I got acid reflux was when I ate chocolate. I was literally eating raw jalapenos. Totally fine. Chocolate, my chest burns.
Oof. I can imagine that now.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to go put my milkshake in the freezer because it's melting.
I can't believe you didn't finish it.
Well, you know what? Because I don't have Lactaid and I still have plans. So,
you sipped on it anyway?
I only like look at how much is in here.
You are bold. I wouldn't have even tasted it. You're
Look
a
at that. There's
wild
that
girl.
much left. What? He was like, "Do you want onion rings?" I was like, "Oh no." I do, but no. Yeah. Yeah. I guess like in summary, Avatar: The Last Airbender, you're back for season 2 and 3. We cannot fucking wait.
I'm all
absolutely 10 out of 10 would
10 out
recommend.
of 10. Yeah, absolutely. One of my coworkers, when she was sick, she's like, I'm taking recommendations. I was like, Avatar: The Last Airbender. She's like, I'll give it a try. And then because she'll give it a try. And then she wrote me and she was like, hey, oh my God, this is so good. I was a little resistant because I never watched the I couldn't ever get into the original one, but like I binged this in one day. And I was like,
nice.
I'm happy to be turning people onto it, because even if you are not into the animation, and I get it, like a lot of people
you don't have to be,
but like you don't have to be. It's just so well done.
It is.
Did you guys hear my stomach just growl?
No.
I think my only gripe is that I wanted to see Aang do more waterbending.
Yeah.
Like the one thing that this might be the one positive thing I'll say about the Shyamalan disgrace is when it got to that part there, like the dragon spirit that he had talked to, when Aang said, he doesn't want to like really hurt or kill anyone. He said, well, you don't have to do that. Just show them the power of water. So when he goes into the Avatar state and he starts water bending, they echo that in his mind. And that was a great scene.
Yeah.
I think my favorite, do you want to keep going? Because like now I'm thinking about stuff.
No, go for it.
I mean, well, it's
Friday. out of all, okay, first of all, I just got my Queens Public Library card. That's how easy it is. I just logged into well, you can't say it. I just logged into Libby. So
and you saw that here live.
That's how fast it is. I think my favorite thing out of all eight episodes was when Avatar Kyoshi. Avatar Kyoshi,
the girl,
channeled through him and was fucking shit up. That was my, like, out of everything I saw, that was my favorite fighting.
Hella slick.
I liked how she was doing all different kinds of bending. Like it was probably my favorite moment.
Yeah, I knew you would really enjoy that.
Nice.
And I think seeing that live action made it everything for me. I was just like, oh,
but that's what I was hoping to see Aang do by the end of the season.
No, not. I mean, no.
But
you know what?
He'll get there.
AK,
was too soon.
You know what? It's like I'm thinking about the amount of water bending he actually did in the first season, and it really is not all that much.
It's not that much.
I think it's actually once they leave the North Pole that Katara truly starts to teach him, if I remember correctly. But on the other hand, it's like 20 episodes a season, so that's a lot to squeeze in. But don't get discouraged because their episodes are only 20 minutes each, Tanya. So
it's actually really quick once you start watching,
because you don't want to turn it off. You're just like, all right,
the storytelling is brilliant.
Oh man,
yeah, and there's intimidating to know it's that many episodes.
Yeah, but it's not like Vampire Diaries.
That's a huge reason why I haven't
like.
Yeah, that's actually like the main reason I hadn't started it, because I'm like, so many episodes, I can't get into this right now.
Yeah, but that'll go really fast. It's not like when I'm telling you to watch Bleach and the Bleach episodes are like 20 minutes long, but there's like 366 of them plus the next 2 seasons that they just released. So yeah, I get that.
I think the only thing that I could think of off the top of my head that's longer is Attack on Titan.
Yeah, which I'm making my way through right now.
Either.
Even though
I don't
it gives
really
me
watch
nightmares.
any anime. Yeah. Forgive me, I'm sorry. I don't really
It's okay. I like you anyway. It wasn't a deal breaker in our friendship when you were like, oh, that's not my thing. And I was like, oh, but whatever.
Yes.
I have anime friends. So
do I have a thing that's not your thing?
Children.
I mean, if we're gonna be honest, I'll just say I like mine.
Yeah.
99% of the time.
I'm trying to think of, there is something that we talked about recently. I can't remember what it was though. Like it's so few. Me and Tanya generally don't disagree.
And it's crazy because like we kind of knew each other for years before we became friends. It's like we finally like actually talk to each other outside of like being at a show and being like, this is nice.
Don't you want to go read a book too?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
good times.
I love the show.
Good times.
Thanks, ladies, for being down to talk about it, because it made me so happy. I think this is what kicked up my spirits in the last 3 weeks, was just that this show is out and exists. And yeah, it's if Oathbreaker ever gets made, Oathbringer, sorry, no, Oathbringer ever gets made, whew, I love that.
I just remembered something
much. Yes, ma'am.
Kind of mad at myself that I forgot, because I still haven't unpacked my whole apartment yet. But I have Valyrian Steel Oathkeeper, and I need to have that on a wall. You're talking about.
Oathbringer, I meant Oathbringer. Yeah, Brandon Sanderson.
It made me think about the sword that I have. I should make a display of.
Oh man! Imagine if the Parshendi were benders.
They'd be earthbenders for sure.
Oh, yeah, that'd be so badass.
Whew. Who are they? What do they do?
They're the native people of Roshar and Avatar in Stormlight Archive.
Gotcha.
Brandon Sanderson.
I've never read Brando Sando. Oh my god, get into it.
If you don't want to start Stormlight Archive, which I highly recommend you do, and I understand it's a long read, then start with Mistborn, or start with the Reckoner series, or start with the secret novels, or start with Warbreaker.
I would say to start with what did you say?
Mistborn?
Mistborn. Yeah. Start with Mistborn.
That's only 9 books.
Okay, start with the first 3 Mistborn.
Start with the first 3 Mistborn.
Then read the first Stormlight Archive, and then you'll just be sucked in and you won't be able to stop.
The first, when I tell you, I've read that book, I've read Stormlight Archive 3 times. I've listened to the audiobook 4 times. I'm listening to it again now. And it's I am just as engaged and absorbed. And I have to force myself to turn off. And I'm reading Emergence, which I'm almost done with. And I think I mentioned this before, but Emergence.
I've gone back to Wheel of Time. I'm finally reading
by SGD Singh. This book.
There's an audio book read by what is her name? Rose Lily?
The Fires of Heaven. That's what I'm reading.
From the Wheel of Time series.
Yeah, it's the 5th book. So yeah,
Lady Dalmadred has a full audiobook for the first Wheel of Time book on YouTube right now.
Rosamund
Yes,
Pike.
Thank you. Rosamund Pike, yes.
Oh, okay.
Word.
The way you describe how many of those books are, it makes me think of the Shannara Chronicles.
I've heard of
this. Terry Brooks. It's there was an adaptation.
Hold on, I'm gonna go put my milkshake in the
MTV
freezer.
A while ago.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and it was okay, but they didn't really do it justice. It's it starts off kind of post-apocalyptic, it starts in our real world time, and then over maybe I think there's 2 or 3 of the prequel series, the Earth gets invaded. Invaded is a loose term, but by demons, and what they are is just this other dimensional dark side of things that take over humans. That if you make a deal with the devil and you get powers, you become one of them. The main crux on the spiritual level is between the Word and the Void. The Void, that's the evil side. The Word is the good side. Mm-hmm. And along the way, there's a few humans that get tapped just because of their good qualities, and they're made into Knights of the Word. And they fight with a special bow staff that has a bunch of cool magic runes on it. So they basically will win any fight that they go into against the Void. And it gets more complicated than that, but it's a really cool fantasy series. One of my favorites, actually.
I started Midnight Robber, but I read the first Nella Hopkinson. I read the first.
Read something else by her.
I was telling you about another book by her. What book was it? I can't think right now. But it was another book I was telling you about by her, because something we did reminded me of it, the magic in it. But yeah, I took a break from it. Go ahead.
Terry Brooks. Sorry. No, I just remember Nikki Adax, who wrote the
Brown Girl in the Ring.
Okay.
Brown Girl in the Ring. I was
telling
you about that one. Yeah.
Okay. That's why I remember that. And yeah, Manu Bennett was in the Shannara TV show. I like his acting.
Well, if anybody watches this before April 7th and you are in New York, come play D&D with us. This is not our event.
It's not our event. We want to take over everything. We want them to be shocked. Here's the thing. Me and Tanya were on time. And like I got there like maybe 5-10 minutes before Tanya did, and I just walked right in through the curtains. I was like, oh, well, I'm here. Y'all want to do? And then I waited because the bar wasn't open yet, so objection. But then me and Tanya were in there, and everybody was like being really polite and waiting outside of the curtains, and I was like, haha, introverts.
I know,
because we were like, no, we're gonna go in there and sit down, and we're gonna do, like, we're here. Like, why are you being shy?
So again, not our event, just an event we like and that we'll be attending.
Yeah. But we do kind of
Dungeons
sort of
Dragons.
Oh, also, if you're in New York on March 23rd, please go check out Filthy Diamond. It's our friend's bar. Yes. It's their 1-year anniversary. She's having a party. It's going to be great. I had my birthday party there, my birthday hang there. We had Tanya's birthday party there. Anytime I'm doing anything in Brooklyn that requires like a bar or just like a meeting point, I always go there because Erin is the best and Filthy Diamond is amazing. So can't, very, very happy and proud of her for having such a successful link.
And DJ Radar Ellis is DJing that night.
Yeah.
AKA my hers burned.
He's one of my favorite DJs, and I don't say that just because he's a
No, he's a really good DJ.
The man is talented.
If he sucked, it would have never worked out because I'm not gonna pretend to like your shit. Like, there's just not a thing I can do. It would ruin my life.
No, me neither.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was gonna say one other thing.
You say I'm not.
And what do we have coming away? Next book club, May 19th. Anansi Boys.
Anansi. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, Anansi Boys. Yeah. Our next 30 Tuesdays.
I'm not too far away, but I'm not gonna be there. I'm not gonna be back home. Probably not till Christmas.
Do we have that?
And that's if I make it there in December.
Okay. Well, we might also have an in-person trivia coming at Filthy Diamond. We're working those details out too.
Nice.
All right, ladies.
Yeah, we got nothing next month.
No, we said we were going to take.
Yeah, we said taking it. Yeah, but in May, we're doing Joyride, and I get surprised every time I read that on my calendar, and I get so.
Me too.
Yeah. I think I got an alert for that.
Good.
Like a week ago.
Awesome. I may have sent you that.
I totally forgotten. We talked.
I'm gonna keep forgetting every time we fucking talk, and then I'm like, oh, we do Joyride.
It's a nice surprise every time.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
I want a brownie Tuesday swag. I'm gonna find before then. Let me just add that to my search history right now. All right. Yeah. Bye.
Have a good night. Have a good weekend. Elmo loves you.
Happy St. Patrick's Day. Please have a Boilermaker. Like have a Guinness and some other Irish whiskey.
Tell them we're due. It's my new favorite.
Sanitize.
Yes. And yeah. All right. Elmo loves you. Good night. Bye-bye.